Oh yeah, I'm a hip hop
like
dancer. I
dance.
danced on Soul Train. You know, I was on Soul Train in 2001, April 2001. You know what I mean? It was like 5 episodes. I don't think they showed me though because you know they really don't show fat people on Soul Train. And I'm still pissed off at Don Cornelius about that. I danced all that whole weekend and I didn't see myself. I'm like, Don, why can't fat people be on Soul Train? You know what he told me? He said, if you know you want to be on Soul Train, you won't be fat. I said, come on, Don, what about the perfect smile? I said, what about the fact that I'm cute and chubby? Doesn't that mean something? But you know, certainly that, for me, I mean, it just is huge. You know, when you think about music and you think about the opportunity is that if it gets kids to dance and not fight, if it gets kids to dance and not call women out of their name and not look at women in a certain negative light, if it gets kids to dance and it isn't about drugs and it isn't about the hustle, if it gets kids to have any distraction other than what unfortunately a lot of rap music is done, then I think there's a positive aspect to that.
Absolutely.
And so as we said before, as much as we hate the Stanky Leg individually, and you know that jerk song, I mean, and that little weird little dance that goes with "You're a Jerk." Yeah. Okay, I got it. You're a jerk. I mean, you know what happened to 3 verses in a hook? Now you got "You're a jerk."
Agreed.
You're a jerk.
Agreed.
You're a jerk.
But at the same, I mean, we're older now, so I think if we were 10
I'm 25.
years,
I don't know what you're talking about,
well,
bro.
I mean,
I just turned 19.
Yeah.
Well,
baby face.
Well, I'm a little older. I'm 31, and if I was 10 years younger, I think I'd probably enjoy it. You know, I would enjoy it because that's the youth. That's their movement right now. That's what they like. That's what they
see. Shawn is stuck on this movement crap.
Yeah, and that's
see, and I think there's some validity in that.
Okay.
So is that what it is? Is that it's? I can't say evolution. I will not say evolution in music because evolution suggests progress and growth.
Okay.
Or is it just their generational expression?
Generational expression. And like I said, like you can have one group that comes out with the jerk, and the next, like, I give about a week or 2 a month, and you're gonna have another group, same look, same way, with the new dance, pretty much the same thing, but it's just gonna be something different. So it's a trendy thing, like you said. They're bringing a gimmick. They wanna, and if that's gonna sell, all right, we can do something to advance it and make it. We got I don't know what to call it, but they're gonna come out with something that's gonna pretty much be the same. And
the rapping Dalmatians.
There you go.
The thing is that the gimmick makes me not want to buy the album. Me personally, as an old school hip hop fan, as somebody who's into the Nas, the Biggie, the Scarface, all the old stuff.
DMX.
When I hear here he goes with DMX again. We won't go there this episode.
Oh, where you at, DMX? He needs to come back.
He's on crack. Crack is whack.
Crack is whack.
If Whitney can stop, you can too.
But like the thing is like once I hear the gimmick songs, it makes me not even want to listen to their album.
Because what it means to me, yo, when I hear the gimmick songs, it makes me think that it's not the artist, but it's the industry that puts that stuff out.
Yes.
Because what it says is, and I have conversations with people all the time, and this is one thing that I know absolutely for sure, that there are not enough minutes, seconds, hours in the day to play all of the quality artists that are out there in the world. So there's not enough time. So there's a process of how somebody has to choose people to play.
Yes.
And so that then creates a formula that the industry applies to artists to decide who gets airplay. And so to me, that right there, so when Puppy says that talent is the cherry on top, that it's not all about talent, then to me, I only know talent. My issue is that I'm stuck in a world of knowing musical talent across all genres of music. I listen to Celtic music, I listen to folk music, blues, country, jazz. I listen to everything, pop, rock, 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, back to Duke Ellington, Sarah Vaughan, Etta James. And so Aretha Franklin, I didn't like her as a soul singer. I liked her as a jazz singer. And so when 1964, Aretha Franklin sings the blues, I wasn't even born. I had that album. And so I listened to that, I'm like, she was saying something.
Yes.
And she was singing something. And then they said, no, we can make her a soul singer, inflate her breast to, blow her up. I'm sorry.
That's pretty much the same thing with Ray. Ray was a gospel. And
same thing.
Yes.
He wanted to go against the grain, I guess, because he was singing gospel, and then what he was singing was against the grain. And
I'm sorry, Aretha Franklin, for that last comment that was completely inappropriate for the Queen song. So, I think that's part of it to me, is that I think that you really have to be able to to look at it and just let them have what they have. And that's the struggle that I face, is because I like a lot some of the things that Lil Wayne does. I don't know why he's a venereal disease yet, but I'm still trying to figure out that. I'm a venereal disease. What the heck, boy? You need to go get something for that.
Lil Wayne is.
If you're a venereal disease, I mean, which one are you?
Yeah.
You know, so I need to be more clarified. Are you crabs, son? You got an itch or scratch? What is it? I need to know what you is before you just start spitting it.
I think he just says whatever comes to
He
his
just
head.
smoked weed and in the studio
And he
just
drinks so much.
That's it. Is it?
Yeah, he just says whatever
It.
comes to his mind. But his most recent mixtape is very nice, though.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of gave up on Wayne for a couple years there because I got a little tired of like even Lollipop. I understand it was a big hit and everything, but I wasn't feeling that. You know what I mean?
I like the remix stuff.
I think
because
that's what he
Kanye said,
needed.
you ain't gonna eat me up on this remix.
But he did sell that. He did win Grammys because of it, though.
Oh yeah, I mean
That's
that was
what he
hot.
needed.
He's considered.
Yeah, he needed. It was his. Lil Wayne is definitely going to be missed while he's locked up because he's definitely one of the nicest people out there. But I don't understand the venereal disease line either at all. Like why? I understand you just want to rhyme, but you know there's a point where it's like, what did he just say? Like you don't even want to rewind it. Like that might have been a good lyric, but I don't even want to rewind that.
I got venereal. What?
Like I'm gonna take him out of my deck before something happens.
Before it jumps out today.
Yeah, and get something on me. You know, it's the difference between old music to me, and I've said this before on this show, and new music today is that the lyrical content has went completely downhill.
Yes.
To me. And I mean, I still listen to a lot of people that come out and put stuff out today. Royce the 5'9" Street Hop on the way here, the most beautiful album of the year. And the thing is I ask people, hey, you ever heard this Royce the 5'9"? Who's Royce the 5'9"? And it's like, because he's not on the radio, because he's not on MTV, because he hasn't made that radio hit yet. You know, nobody even knows who he is, and he's the nicest out there right now, in my opinion, of course. Okay, and the difference between now and back in the day is that when Nas came out with "It Ain't Hard to Tell," it blew up. It blew up. I mean, it took the entire hip hop world by storm. It was on MTV. It was on the radio. That don't happen anymore.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
And the reason it doesn't happen is because you have too many controls, and it's political to get on the radio. And so there's a politics, there's a game, there's a formula, and it's not. We know it's no longer about talent. If it's ever been about talent, it's no longer about talent as much as everything else.
Yeah.
And it seems as if somebody, whoever has a thumb on the industry, the music industry, is intentionally keeping some things out and shutting doors to some things. And it's amazing to me, particularly if you have a hot single, if you have a hot album, if you have a message, if you're saying something. And I think that's important. I like the fact that at least I don't listen to The Wiz, and I don't listen to 107. I mean, I really don't listen to radio. Only thing I listen to is like National Public Radio or country music. Yeah. And so I'm listening to country as much as anything else because I feel as if even R&B has let me down. I mean, I'm a 90s person just in terms of R&B music and hip-hop music.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're talking about Drew Hills, your 112s, your Jagged Edges, your Brian McKnights, your Dave Hollisters, your Joes, your Carl Thomas.
Even I like that.
I mean,
I
you
ain't
can
no
go
R&B
on
guy.
forever. Yeah, we know. We'll talk about that later. Joe.
Oh, here we go.
You're Joe the plumber. You were too busy plumbing. But so when I think about just music in general, to me, it's just a pitfall. And I think that we have to resurrect first the quality of the sound and of the artist, to me, and also the lyrical content. And so I think that, and I'm not going to tell you that track 16 on the Chronic album isn't a song that people don't remember, and it wasn't a part of my reality. So I don't want to sit here and say that we have to proselytize music for it to be right. I think you can be angry. I think you can be ticked off. I think you can have an angry approach. I think that you can even use profanity, oh my God forbid, and still give a message. So I'm not trying to say that I'm not here for censorship. So I want to make sure that we're clear between what censorship is and what a message is. I think there's different ways to describe or at least put a message out there. Yes. But I just think that a message has to say something. Say something.
Yeah, agreed. The music nowadays doesn't really say as much, but you have to dig pretty deep. And that's what I do. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I get most of my music off the internet. I kind of even gave up on buying music. Please don't come and kick down my door, FBI. Thank